So last night, besides sleeping extremely well, I have to say, I started feeling like I had something sore in my foot. I thought maybe I've got a blister or, something like that. Anyway, so it's hard to see. It's on the outside of my left foot, and I don't have glasses at the moment. I've only got contact lenses, which are distance. So for anything that's foot distance away on my leg, I can't see anything really clearly there, so I have to use my phone. So I took a photo to try and see what it was, and it was an extremely suspicious looking thing, very dark, and I was worried that it was a tick, but it didn't, like if it was a tick, it'd be a buried tick, which is the worst. And I have the ick when it comes to parasites. It's just filth. Anyway, I was freaking out because, well, I wasn't freaking out, but I was worried and anxious because I'm like, how am I going to get this out myself? I can barely reach it. I can't see what I'm doing. Where is all the stuff that I bought for for this situation? Anyway, I found it all, including, so to get a tick off, you can use wart freeze. Obviously I hadn't used this stuff before because I'd only ever pulled ticks off other people before, not off myself. And I hadn't used wart freeze before. I'd only ever used tweezers. So I found my wart freeze and I found antiseptic that I bought and tweezers and so forth. And I thought, okay, well, if it's a splinter, it won't do any harm. If it's a tick, it will kill it. So I put the wart freeze on. It was hella cold, as you can imagine. I was a little bit worried about killing the skin in the area, but so be it. And actually it was a really good idea because it turns out it wasn't a tick, it was a splinter. And putting the wart freeze on actually reduced all of the inflammation around it, and all the blood went away, and I think probably the nerves a bit too. And so I could actually sort of operate on it. So I then got the tweezers and pulled everything out, and it wasn't a normal splinter, it was some sort of weird thing. And being in a marine environment, it's really, really important, and particularly with someone with diabetes, to maintain good foot care. Things like this can go badly very quickly. But the reason why I'm posting about this is because, not so much because of the thing itself, but I overcame the fear of not being able to look after myself by myself, and this comes up quite a lot where I'm like, I wish I had someone with me to help me with this. I don't. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, what resources can I call on? Can I get to the nursing station? Do I have to go to the pharmacy? All of these thoughts come into my mind and use all of my energy. And that is the difference between sort of sitting at home with a partner and living a normal life, and being alone on a boat, is a lot more energy is taken in survival, and this is any remote situation where you don't have help. And I've done this before, obviously, when I was on the land, but it's a bit harder because you've got to get across water. So anyway, one of the things that it does is it does teach you to be self-sufficient, because it is a lot of work to get help. So if you can help yourself, you avoid all of that work, plus you get a sense of accomplishment at the same time, as long as you don't stuff it up. So successful removal of nasty thing in my foot. It no longer hurts. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased that I had the resources on hand to be able to do all of that. I'm pleased I had the courage to take it on and the smarts to use my phone to be able to do it, and my left hand to be able to do it. And if all else fails, you know, I'm not too far from real help. So another win.